Well, now that we've taken a look at the Switch V2 itself, as GameStop calls it in their system, let's take a look at the Joy-Con controllers, as many people have asked if the Joy-Cons in this bundle, I guess the new Switch, are any different. And it is something I've wondered, as we've kind of gone over the whole thing of stick drift, right, in the Joy-Con controllers. And after we finally saw some new ones get announced, right, we have the purple, kind of the Halloween-themed ones coming and everything, it made us all wonder if Nintendo had been holding out so that they could fix up these Joy-Con controllers, because of course they're replacing them. They have quietly confirmed that there are problems with them, but we haven't really heard much outside of that. So I grabbed the left Joy-Con, the one that most people have issues with, and I also have an older one right here, and we can compare. I have already opened it and everything. I'm more interested in looking at the model numbers on the back of the older one, and then we'll of course take apart the new one and see if it's the same stick. So let's take a look at the new Joy-Con controller that comes with the Switch V2, the new Switch. But first, a word from our sponsor. Thanks to ESR and their ultra clear tempered glass screen protector for sponsoring today's video. Whether you are upgrading to the new Switch or just looking to protect your current one, the ESR glass screen protector is the way to go. It offers an ultra clear design with a 9H hard scratch and fingerprint resistant surface. The protector is able to withstand up to 11 pounds of impact, and at just 0.3 millimeters of thickness, it will not affect the touchscreen and will fit perfectly fine into the dock with no issues. I found that installing the glass protector was very easy and didn't leave behind any bubbles. In fact, when it was set, it looked great and gave the system a more premium feel. Currently, the pack comes with 2 screen protectors and everything you need to install them dust-free, including wipes and a microfiber cloth. It even comes with a special sticky cloth to help remove any leftover dust. Protect your Switch today by checking out the ESR glass screen protector at the link in the description below. And now with that out of the way, let's take a look at this new Joy-Con and see if Nintendo's changed anything inside. So first thing we're going to look at are the model numbers, and to be honest, they're pretty much the same for left Joy-Con sticks. I think they have just done that to where each accessory has its own model number by default. For example, this one is HAC015. However, if we look up here, we also have a second number, HACAJCLC3, whereas one of the older Joy-Con controllers has the same first few digits, and then it also has C2 at the end instead. So it does make me a bit hopeful that something has been altered inside of this one. Now, of course, I already have full videos tearing down the older Joy-Con stick and everything, so we kind of already have an idea of what that looks like. So let's go ahead and start taking this guy apart, and we can get a look around inside to see if anything's changed outside of just the stick. Now, I know some people have said that it feels different, like the Joy-Con itself actually feels different plastic-wise, and I personally don't feel any real difference between like either of the neon ones. Maybe from the gray to like the neon one, you might feel a difference because of like, I guess, the type of plastic they used. I personally didn't feel much of a difference between this blue and like this neon red, but we're about to find out anyway, I guess. So with the 4 tri-wings removed, we can pop it open from here, and so far, yes, it looks exactly the same as we would assume that it would. We're really not going to see, I think, much of a difference until we get that stick out, but yeah, everything so far exactly the same. I do want to ask who marked up the inside of my Joy-Con controller at the factory. It looks like it says like A12 almost. All right, whoever at the factory, let me know who did that. So check this out. I took this Joy-Con apart. It's kind of come full circle, because there is a difference that I'm seeing with this Joy-Con controller. I haven't seen this yet. I don't know if this is in other ones that have come out, but this is a different model number technically, and it's a while ago I did a video, like a long time ago, like when the Switch first came out. Remember I did that video where I took a wire and I bypassed where the antenna was originally going. Do you remember this? Because it was going up to the top and you were holding it, the Joy-Con, and it was covering it up. I managed to run a wire around to the bottom and it fixed the issue for me. And then do you remember how Nintendo took them in and they put these foam pads in, right? Like up here, like this one, for example. Well, I took apart, I actually had to take this apart because I couldn't believe it. I was like, wait, did I miss something from before? No, I had to take this apart just to verify, because remember the antenna was always up here, I moved it down here. Do you remember that with the cable on my other one and everything? Well, I took this one apart, and look what I found here. They flat out moved the antenna. It is exactly where I put that cable before. So Nintendo, good job, and you're welcome. Sorry, it's just funny. It's a video I did so long ago. It feels like it's like a full circle kind of thing with the Joy-Con for that whole thing. It definitely tells me I guess Nintendo's paying attention to that. So it's good to see. Joy-Con has changed somewhat, but the big question is, what about that stick? The good thing is that should fix the connectivity issues that were going on. So this one has something, I guess, but I'm about to take this stick out and we'll see if anything's changed inside that. So the stick is removed. It doesn't look that much different, to be honest, but we have to, of course, get down below this level here with our pad on the back, and we can take a look at what's going on inside, where we, of course, know it is detecting movement by rubbing up against certain pads that then leave debris behind, and we'll see if they've made any changes inside of it. All right, so quickly popping that side off, we are in. I can actually kind of move this over slightly. I might be able to leave it together a bit easier. Oh, okay, never mind. It fell off. Anyway, let's take a look at what we have here. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it looks very similar to what we've dealt with other Joy-Con controllers, the older ones. And if I take kind of a pick and I start scratching away at it very lightly, it's going to start leaving flakes and residue. So unfortunately for now at least, the stick looks very, very similar. Now, does that mean it's going to drift quite the same? Not necessarily, but I don't see any obvious efforts to change much of what people have been complaining about and what we've found out about these particular Joy-Con sticks. So I went ahead and scratched it away, and you should be able to see kind of a bit of some wear on that, and I noticed several bits of like flakes and everything coming off of it. Now, this of course is me scratching away at it. I don't know if the pads are a bit more durable from it. I'm just looking at the exact same design that they've pretty much used in the other Joy-Con controllers, the ones that people generally talk about drifting. Now, I think we're beginning to understand at this time that maybe it's a bit harder for Nintendo to change these things out this far into the life of this system. And because of the design they might be locked into, it might be more difficult. Now, some of the things I can't necessarily measure is how strong kind of the coating is on these pads. They could have increased those, because all I can really do at this time for, I guess, just short term, I can kind of work to scratch away at it, and it does still leave debris, but are they less sensitive now? I'm not sure if they've taken those steps to do anything to fix this, to be honest. All I can tell you is the sticks inside even these Joy-Con controllers that, by the way, have undergone some changes. I talked about how the antenna is in a different place now, same place I put it over 2 years ago. So they have made some changes inside. The antenna, much easier thing to do, obviously, but these sticks are modular, so they can change them out as they figure things out. Unfortunately, this doesn't appear at surface level anyway to be anything different when it comes to the Joy-Con joysticks, and that has me very concerned at this time for the Switch Lite. Now, will we see drifting out of these the exact same as we've seen before? Hard to say. It's going to be more of a, time we're going to have to see as people use these things, but I'm very concerned now, okay, for the Switch Lite. Because what I'm seeing here, again, is the same design, and that's not good. But I guess at least you won't have the connectivity issue, so there is some progress made. And we'll take a look at that Switch Lite as well when it comes out. You better believe we're ripping those sticks out of there too. In fact, what I'll do is I'll see if one of these sticks from this Joy-Con will work in it without even having to rip that thing apart. We can still do that, but if I take it out and it's the same exact stick, that kind of tells us all we need to know there. But let me know what you guys think about this Joy-Con teardown. The sticks being the same from what I can tell so far. Again, the coating here could be different, but it doesn't appear to be anyway. And what do you think about them moving the antenna? Interesting stuff there. It's kind of caught me off guard to see that, and it was kind of funny. Thanks, guys, for watching. Make sure you like the video if you enjoyed it, dislike it if not, and I'll see you guys next time.